Hi guys, right, this is next video, and what we're going to do is just show foundation. There, you've got your edge beam, we've got a hard core in there, and what I've done is we're just keeping it. I'm going to be using the components today, making your rough foundation, your hard core there, and then the wall structure. If you notice, I haven't put the gable end in yet. I'm going to show that in one video, separate it down for the gable end and then the roof trusses. Be a bit easier for you to follow. So what we're going to do first is we need to start off with rectangle, and we're on the blue axis. Remember how we did it there. And what we're going to do is just type our dimensions in. So we've got that there. Push-pull tool, as we remember from the other video, and we type our dimensions in. So you'd be about 650 for your foundation. What I'm going to do is work with this way up, and then we'll rotate afterwards. So then we need to create our edge beam there. So we're using the offset tool, and then we've clicked on the perimeter, and then we need 300 millimeters. Then what we're going to do, push-pull tool, and if we're 650 millimeters, we want 150 millimeter for the actual foundation pad. So we're going to drop it 500 millimeters. Then what we can do is, because you're coming in at roughly 45 degrees, well, you are coming in at 45 degrees, we're going to offset there 500. So when we take our line tool, press escape between, and see how it's just snapping into there, and then we've just created our foundation. So what we can do there is select tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to press shift, and we're going to click the faces. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, for some reason SketchUp at the moment is being really slow. Not quite sure why. So this will highlight blue in a minute. Right, that's come up. If you notice there in the center, it's not highlighted. So again, what I'll do is shift, press. Now you can see that's all come up. What I'm going to do is, as we've done previously, we're just going to copy. So move tool, control, and we've taken a copy of that. Right, what I'll do is, you notice there, we need just to fill that in. So we can start making these into components. So highlight all, I'm going to use the component up there, and this is foundation, and it's a raft, create. And what we'll do is highlight this one. Now I'm calling it hardcore 1 purely because I've got another one in the drawing which I've shown you, which is already called. So I don't want to change the one I've already got. So now we've got 2 components. So what we can do is we can rotate that round. So with there, notice don't want to spin on the plane. I've actually rotated that. That was because I actually had that highlighted. So press your cursor keys. If you notice up there, 180 degrees. And we're just going to pop that back into the origin. And if I just scroll around 3D orbit and drop that in. Now if you notice, I've not put the colours in yet, so what we can do is we can just pull this up and with some concrete, we go through, we'll go for some polished concrete, pop that in there, and then we want some right here, so we'll go through and we're there. Now if you notice, I've just put a little mark in here, and what that's for is just for when I'm assembling it, just for these videos. I've got a point of reference. Now I'm not sure if I showed in any of the previous videos of how you edit a component. Now you can double click and that will open up, or you can go through here. You see now that's opened up. It's not being as slow as it was the other day. And what we're going to do is, right, what we're going to do is we're just going to pop. I'm going to show you this tape measure, so we plenty of use these tools. There. And if you look there, on face 100mm, and then we're on the axis there. So we don't want any guides in there. Onto the select tool, and that should then close. So we've got a little point of reference. So what we're going to do there is just going to draw walls. I'm just going to put a little point of reference on over here. And then what we're going to do is rectangle, down and in. Delete guides, I don't need those now. And then what we can do is offset tool, click there, and our brick walls 112. Because we've got a rectangle in there, we don't want what's left inside. Just highlight it, press delete. So now there's nothing there. Push pull tool again, and say we come up 2.4 meters. That gives us our wall. I tend to like to just move out. So you can see there. Now what we're going to do is find centre. We're going to come up standard garage door frame, 7 foot by 7 foot, or in the metric it's 2,134 mil. So 2134. Enter. And then what this will do is if we do this, this will give you just a bit of practice on your rotation. So I've highlighted, control, midpoint, I've copied. What I'm going to do is just rotate that down. We've got 90 degrees, onto the move, find central. It's actually easier just to delete that. I'm on edge, I'm on the blue axis, escape, on edge, blue axis, rotate round, and push pull tool. And if you see that, offset limited to 112 mil. Left click, and we've now got a doorway through. Now, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a reference point in. Again, you need to follow whatever your specific plans are, but I'm going to come in 500 millimeters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a line up here. Standard, we've said there, 2134 height. And then what I'm going to do is come across 928. So just a basic opening for a frame, standard size. So then across here, whatever the size your window is, I'm going to go for a 1200 millimeters by 900. Bring that back round. Now I can push pull both separately, but if I just quickly delete, offset limited. So we've now got our shell. So highlight through. Right, now that's highlighted, we really want some colour on it. So again, back into the tray here, and if we look, we've got brick cladding inside it. Now, your specification was for brick. So you've got antique brick, rough dark, rough tan. So again, choose whichever fits your specification. There we go. So what we can start to do here is we can start to assemble it through. So we haven't made that into a component yet. So highlight all over. That's just top left, drag bottom right, and it'll all come up. There we go, blue, and then we're going to click component button, and we'll just call that external walls. Create. So what I'm going to do is just pop that to one side, and we're going to bring this in, pop that on origin, press escape, and this is where I drag that on endpoint on component, and then if I just scroll like that, and that'll snap into endpoint on component. So then we're there. I think I've got rid of all. No, there was just one I've just got rid of there. And there we go, there's our external wall, foundation, So what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to make a frame to sit in here with the garage door. The window and the door here, we're going to use 3D Warehouse, and I'm going to show you how to come to your 3D Warehouse, stock door, stock window, and then we're going to scale them to sit into these apertures here, the openings. So that's that video for you. So I'll say the next one we'll be moving on to these areas here, and following that the roof trusses and the coverings.